Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. This is episode number 58, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Mark Clemens, one of my youth team players, is terminating his contract. Now, this has left me very frustrated indeed, because in our academy, we've got quite a few good youth players. He was one of them, but I was never told he was ready to be promoted to the first team, otherwise he would terminate his contract. Usually what you get in advance is a player coming to you, like in the last episode of Raul Azevedo, saying that he wants to get promoted, otherwise he will leave the club. We never had that with Mark Clemens. He did not come to me once and say that he wanted to terminate his contract. In the last episode, Raul Azevedo came 3 times, so he gave me enough warning that he was going to terminate his contract, otherwise we'd have to offer him a pro deal. With Mark Clemens, that never happened, so I was very frustrated about that. So because of that, I decided to offer contracts to two of my better youth players, just in case they decide to leave the club without warning as well. But that has still left me pretty annoyed. But still, for the first of 2 games in today's episode here, it is the big one in the Bundesliga. We take on Bayern Munich for a first versus second clash here at the Volkspark Stadion, which could potentially decide the fate of the title. If we win today, we go 6 points clear of Bayern with 5 games to go, and despite an inconsistent run of form in the league, you definitely fancy our chances of holding on the top spot. But if Bayern come here and win today, they'll cut the gap to just goal difference, and depending on the scoreline, could overtake us and go first. A draw will mean there's still 3 points separating the sides with 5 games to go, but it really is all to play for. The title could depend on what happens today. We are out of form and we are out of sync, but after a massive 5-0 victory against Benfica, the confidence is back with Hamburg, and it's came at the right time. Taking on Bayern Munich for the biggest game of the league season as Brandt's shot is blocked by Rafinha, and a win in this game will put us 6 points clear with 5 games to go. We've been struggling, we've been inconsistent form in the league, but a win today will make up for all of that, as we'll surely be on our way to the Bundesliga title. So a massive game. I'll take a draw, but a win will surely do it for us. Come on, Hamburg, the biggest game of the Bundesliga season. I want this title. I will not forgive myself if we don't go on to win the title. We've been leading for such a long period of time, and with Bayern struggling in the first half of the season, that will never happen again. This is our best chance of winning the title. We've got to get it right here as Carvajal plays it through towards Yannick Gerhardt. Space here to shoot, but instead plays it through towards Julian Brandt inside to surely make it 1-0 straight at Ulreich. What a great chance there. And Brandt's strike was straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, who had a pretty comfortable save. A fantastic chance. We scored 5 in the last game. We won't be scoring that many if we finish those sort of chances like that. Poor attempt on goal, and Lewandowski heads the ball up in the air. Valente punched the ball clear, and we get it away. Well, we should be 1-0 up with a great chance there. Straight to goalkeeper, still 0-0 as Sane receives the ball and through towards Correa, and he's tackled by Rafinha, and it's cleared, but Holtby wins it back for us. Well done. Now towards Yannick Gerhardt. Man out wide is Julian Brandt here. Lahm comes across. Brandt will try and beat him with a Burb spin. Gets inside. Julian Brandt goes for goal, and this time, although it's straight down Ulreich's throat, he has to turn it behind for a corner as the shot was too hot to handle. So good save, still 0-0, but a fast start from us as we go in search of the first goal of the game, and the header hits the bar, and that's going to go behind for a goal kick. This is what we want, a really fast start to the game, putting the opponents under pressure. This is our house. Benfica know that. Now let's make sure Bayern know that. Come on. Sanchez's throw is picked off by Sane, but it comes straight back to Roda. Oh, he's giving the ball straight to Sane here. Sane inside the area. Roulette's around his man. Leroy Sane for 1-0. What a finish! And it's Hamburg 1, Bayern Munich 0, and 20 minutes in, we take the lead. Bayern surrender possession cheaply with the throw. Give it straight to Leroy Sane with the roulette round his man, and what a finish from the former Schalke man, who this season hasn't been as good as the first 2, but that is a superb strike from a tight angle with the stronger left foot into the top corner past Ulreich. The perfect start to the game. We've been on top in the first half of this first half, and we've got the goals to show for it as well. Hamburg 1, Bayern Munich 0. If the result stays this way, we're going 6 points clear with 5 games to go. We've been struggling, but now we're getting it sorted. Come on! It's Roda for Bayern Munich, inside towards Lahm, back towards Roda, who gives it away. Masuaku with the tackle. He's not had a good start to the game. Roda now Masuaku through towards Gerhardt, and a chance on the break here. Correa sent down the right hand side. Rafinha tries to keep up here. I fancy Correa to beat him though, with the Burb spin cut inside. Angel Correa going through, and that is an absolutely superb save by Ulreich. And if he doesn't make it, it's 2-0 to Hamburg, and possibly the game could be going only one way. But what a save that is by the number 26. No wonder Correa is surprised. That was a brilliant save at point blank range. So we have been all over Bayern in the first half an hour. We've been looking really, really impressive as Masaka received one, goes for goal, blocked by Thiago. But I want a second goal to give us a cushion and some breathing room. Still 1-0, a good start, but let's get a second. Sanchez tackled by Carvajal, and Carvajal's done brilliantly well there to win it back. And now a chance here as he plays through towards Correa. Carvajal continues his run. Great chance for his first goal for the club, and Ulreich makes another great save once again to deny one of our players from making it 2-0 and keeping Bayern in the game. Corner comes in, headed away by Martinez. If it wasn't for Ulreich, this game could be done by half time. He's made a couple of fantastic saves in this first half, and it is still just 1-0, and that corner missed everyone, and Martinez gets it clear. So that should be that then for half-time. Brandt on the ball. There we go. Half-time. It's 1-0 to Hamburg. We've been the far stronger side. We've looked superior. Bayern have came into this game knowing that they really need to win it, but haven't done enough offensively, and they're struggling defensively as well. Ulreich made a couple of great saves, but we lead by a goal to 0, and if we hold on to this, we'll be going 6 points clear. Come on, Hamburg. Sanchez on the ball, tackled by Brandt, and Alexis Sanchez still regains possession. Ball through towards Robben, just off the bench here, takes it round his man. Iron Robben can go for goal here, drills it into the far post, and Thiago is surely going to make it 1-1, and he does. And Bayern are back on level terms, 19 minutes after the restart. Robben got himself inside after taking it round Jonathan Tah, drilled it into the far post, and Thiago got there ahead of his man. I'm not sure who that was at the far post there. Maximilian Murray's just about to be subbed off due to tired legs. When he showed his tired, he couldn't get the ball away, and in the end it's turned in by Thiago at the far post. It's 1-1, and Bayern have scored a massive, absolutely massive goal in this title race, because now the points are going to stay at 3 in terms of the gap between us, and with 5 games to go, there's no reason why they can't make up that ground. So Bayern back on level terms. I've just taken off Holtby for Stendera as well, and Young's going to come on for Maya. So Bayern back on level terms, and that is big. That is absolutely huge. We were fine at 1-0, we've been playing the better football, but now we're back on level terms, and that is not good to see. That goal could have absolutely massive implications in the title race. It really could, as Steinhardt gets onto the ball, because if we win this game, you fancy our chances of surely going all the way to win the title. But if we draw the game, it's still anyone's title, really, because Dortmund are winning at half-time and probably will go on to win as well, and are still in this title race themselves. Vidal, Roda, oh, brilliant football, Robben! What a save by Cesar Valente, and all of a sudden, the complexion of the game changes. Bayern are putting us under so much pressure here as Tah heads away the corner, and now we start to feel it. Badstuber to Lahm. Can we get the ball clear? Vidal back heel. Shot comes in. Valente with the safe hands gets there. My word, this is going to be an exciting final 18 minutes. Don't go anywhere, because this is going to be huge for the title race. Still 1-1, and I might have to cling on to the pointless thing, Stan. This is very nerve-wracking. And that will do it. Final score at the Volkspark Stadion. Hamburg 1, Bayern Munich 1. It's yet another draw in the Bundesliga. But I've got to be honest, I'll take it. We had a dominant first half. We played so much better than our opponents. But in the second half, Bayern got themselves back on level terms. Robben drilling it across to the far post, and it was turned in after Maya failed to deal with it. But we hold on for the point, which keeps us 3 points clear of Bayern with 5 games to go. So we may still be favourites, but Dortmund are getting back into it themselves as well. It's a big result for us. I'm satisfied with the pointless thing stand. With 5 games to go, anything can still happen in this title race. The cliche is that football is a game of 2 halves, and that is exactly what happened in this one. We dominated in the first half, but in the second half, Bayern came at us with everything they had. They knew their season was on the line. They had to get a result in this game. They could not afford to lose and go 6 points behind us. So a big point for Bayern, and a big point for us, I feel, as well. And I think both sides will be satisfied with a draw. Not sure who deserves man of the match. I thought both goalkeepers did alright, made some big saves for their teams in the game, particularly late on as well. But I thought as well, Matswaki played quite well at left back. He's always been an underrated player for us. Didn't misplace a single pass and looked pretty good when going forward as well. Hard to give man the match in this game, so I'm not entirely sure who to give it to be honest. Thiago scored their equalising goal, played quite well himself, so maybe Thiago, maybe Valente, maybe Ulreich, not entirely sure, but what I do know is that was a really tough game. We get ourselves a point, and after Dortmund beat Mainz as well, this title race is still wide open, and with 5 games to go, anyone can win it. So although there was some disappointment we didn't win that game and go 6 points clear with 5 games to go, at least we keep the gap at 3 points and don't allow Bayern to catch up to us and only be behind on goal difference. So a big point gained in that one, and after Dortmund's win as well, they were only 4 points behind us in the title race. So with 5 games to go, it really is as tight as it sounds, and it could come down to the wire with 3 teams going for it on the final day, depending what happens in the next 4 games. So I'm really excited for the title run-in, but I'm still pretty frustrated that we've slipped up so many times. Another draw in that Bundesliga game there. We've had so many of those in the past few months. We've got to start getting it sorted, and unfortunately we couldn't start there against Bayern. But still, for the second game of today's episode here, we take on Benfica after promoting those 2 youth players. Once again, they could have good potential, but due to their overalls being so low, they'll barely get used. But yeah, for the second game of today's episode, taking on Benfica here, the Portuguese side, away in Portugal for our Champions League quarter-final second leg tie. Of course, in the first leg, we won the game by 5-0. So coming into this tie, I did still pick some first team players. There were 4 usual first 11 players out there, but for the most part a much changed side because I fancied our chances of not conceding 5 goals. The first chance fell to us as well 35 minutes in. Timo Werner getting a start, hitting the top of the bar and his shot going behind for a goal, kicking at the break as well. As you can see, Benfica needed to score 5 goals in this game, hadn't registered a single shot. They accepted defeat, we knew we were going through. Their only chance fell here really in the second half, Oliveira's header hitting the post, and the game did finish as a goalless draw. So final score, Benfica 0, Hamburg 0. A pretty uneventful game, and we get ourselves a draw, and we're through by a 5-0 scoreline over 2 legs. So the game was effectively done after the first leg. You knew that, I knew that. We weren't really too worried about this one. We get ourselves through, and I'm pleased that we're going through to the semi-finals of the Champions League for the first ever time since taking over as Hamburg boss. And as you can see by the league table as well, 5 games to go, 3 points clear of Bayern and 4 clear of Dortmund. We're still on the hunt for a treble. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but we're still there, and it really is getting exciting now. But that is going to be today's episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed having a quadruple episode upload weekend this weekend, and I really would appreciate a like. Likes help the channel out and are very much appreciated as well. Much love to you all regardless. Have a fantastic Sunday evening. Hope you had a great weekend, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon.